In a large Western company, the vice president in charge of sales retired. Everybody in the sales force assumed this juicy vacancy in the vice presidency would go to the senior salesman. Let's call him Tom, who had been with the firm 25 years. And the one man most certain that the job would go to Tom was Tom himself. In fact, he'd been counting on that job for 5 years since he had first realized his boss was planning on retiring. And for the past 2 years, Tom had been thinking about it. He'd told his wife and children, their friends and neighbors, and his friends in the sales force. The job meant a substantial raise in pay, and Tom and his wife had been planning things they could do with the extra income. For the past 3 months, they'd been poring over travel folders, planning a trip to the Orient. So when Tom was called into the president's office on the morning following the retirement party for the former vice president, he was wearing his best suit and a smile to match. What he had no way of knowing was that the company president was facing the kind of situation that makes company presidents worth every penny of their excellent incomes. He had an Armageddon on his hands. After he had winced at the cheerful good morning and dapper appearance of his senior salesman, he looked him straight in the eyes and said, "Tom, I have to tell you that the executive committee has awarded the position of vice president in charge of sales to Bill Smith." Well, there followed a vast, deep silence. They could have been in a diving bell at the bottom of the Marianas Trench. After 2 or 3 hoarse, croaking starts, Tom finally managed to protest. "But Bill has been with the company 5 years. I've been here 25. Well, enough of that. Facing the other men of the sales force and going home to face the family was an Armageddon or two for Tom. But it finally dawned on him in the weeks and months that followed that he had confused seniority with accomplishment. Tom didn't really have 25 years' experience with the company. He had 1 year's experience repeated 25 times. Bill Smith, in just 5 years, had far outdistanced Tom in growth, knowledge, and sales. While Tom was putting time in, Bill was putting in everything he had. And now, a young man, but with his head crammed with detailed information on every phase of the company's operation, with great plans for the future, with 5 years of outstanding sales behind him, Bill Smith found himself vice president in charge of sales. The executive committee had made a wise decision. It was interested in the growth of the company, not Tom's planned trip to the Orient. Sad story? Sad for whom? Tom could have had that job. He even had a 20-year head start. He just didn't plan for it. And now a moment for this message. You know, as Albert Einstein discovered, time is relative. Its only value to us depends upon what we do while it's passing. Time means nothing at all to a stone or a fence post. It can mean a great deal to a human being. Thank you.